Welcome to another episode of From the Frontlines. I'm joined today by Leah Wooldridge, the athletic director at Noblesville School District. Hi, Leah.
Hi.
So we're a few weeks into this. How are things going?
Knock on wood, they're going really well. Our coaches and kids have done an awesome job of following the policies and procedures and protocols that we put in place that allows us the opportunity to play athletics. And they've been very diligent in what we've asked them to do, and that has provided us the opportunity, again, knock on wood, to play athletics so far this fall.
Let's talk about a little bit about those policies and procedures, because these sports obviously don't look the same as they normally would. Let's talk about some where it's a little easier to distance, and that might be girls golf. I know you've got cross country. Talk about the policies in place for those particular teams.
Yeah, so for girls golf, obviously, it's a very congenial sport, and typically, you like to walk in the fairway with one another and chat. You like to shake hands before and after, and you like to pull the pin for each other when you're off the green. And all of those things have gone by the wayside, and we're trying to keep our kids socially distanced, and so they're not near each other. And so that one's really a kind of an easy one if they just and they've adhered to it really well. And if by chance they do pull the pin, they do have hand sanitizer on them and sanitizing up before they go to the next tee. Yeah, so boys tennis, especially if you're playing singles, it's just you and one other person out there, and you're never within 6 feet of one another. We have adjusted where it's as far as for us at home, that our players are the only ones that touch the scorecards to flip to see, who won the game. With doubles, normally if you had a good play, you would give high five to somebody, but now we're just doing rackets. We just hit rackets. The spin before to determine who serves. Obviously they're staying further apart and staying socially distanced. And so, again, that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, now we move into things like football, which is a lot of exertion, heavy breathing. So how do you keep these guys safe?
We really try to minimize the amount of time that each kid is near somebody. Football is a very quick game, and so you're not typically more than within 6 feet of somebody for more than 15 minutes. And so as far as on the field, we're going, that's what we're looking at. And then off the field on the sidelines, they made the rule now where you can go from 10-yard line to 10-yard line to space the kids out. We also reduced the amount of people for varsity that we dress. So we're only dressing 60 kids. Each kid has a cone that they put their water bottle by, and that's their spot to stay until they go in the game. And then if they come out, they go right there.
Yeah, you've unfortunately had to quarantine one team. How did the kids receive that news? Because that had to be disappointing.
That was tough for them to hear, but it was a good reminder for all of us of that. That now is not the time to get lax in our policies and protocols of what we've been doing. Wearing your mask if you can't social distance, and masking up, inside and outside. Staying away from people, staying in your bubble of 4 to 5 friends, and not going out and doing things that you haven't been doing. And so it's just a good reminder for not only that team, but then for me to be able to tell all of our coaches and all of our teams, look, we're just, if we can't contact trace and pinpoint this to a certain group, then we have to shut the whole team down.
So one of the benefits of the fall season is all but one of your sports, volleyball, are outdoor sports, which certainly helps the situation. We're going to be moving into the winter soon. So what will that look like?
Yeah, so we're going to have to make a lot of adjustments for our indoor sports. I don't think I don't think our boys and girls basketball coaches would want to play outside in 20-degree weather. It'd be nice if we could do that. It does make things a lot easier. But again, we're having to make adjustments, and as far as our players and coaches are concerned, benches are going to be spaced out. And we do this with volleyball right now. Benches are spaced out, so the kids that are on the bench are 6 feet apart, and they're masked up. So we're going to have to follow those same protocols and procedures for those as we are with volleyball. But being indoors does present a little more of a challenge than outdoor sports.
You feel like you're up for that challenge? Do you think we can get this done?
Absolutely. We've seen it be, again, knock on wood, we've seen it been done in the fall. But I think, our players and our coaches are so excited about the opportunity to be able to participate and compete for their school. We need to do everything in our power and make sure that we're doing the right things in order to continue to play athletics.
Leah Wooldridge, Athletic Director for Noblesville Schools, thank you again for your time. We appreciate the insight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.